In this segment, I'd like to talk a little bit about toothbrush spattering. So toothbrush spattering is a really great design for adding really good, neat little fine detail to your piece. You can also use it to really highlight different portions of your piece. So today I'm going to start on a white background, but there are really neat ways to use a toothbrush where you actually have a colored background and use other colors to highlight. For instance, if you were going to do a sand technique, if you did a light brown in your background, then simply do the toothbrush spattering effect with a darker brown on top. It creates a really unique sand look. Today I'm going to show you a couple of really nice highlighting colors, and it looks really fantastic on your piece. So we're going to get started. So all I have is an ordinary household toothbrush, and we're going to use it just to flick onto your piece. So the way we start, I've picked 3 colors here, and I'm going to start with the dark turquoise. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the top portion of my toothbrush directly into the paint. Then I'm going to take my thumb, pull back, and just start to flick. So it creates these really neat spattering effects, and I can really adjust it to how much spattering I want to create. You can create really nice big spatters or really fine textured spatters by basically how far away you hold your toothbrush from the tile. So without changing or washing my toothbrush, I'm actually going to dunk directly into my other color. So I've used a turquoise first, now I'm using a purple. And it just creates a little bit of highlight, and this will show up a little bit more after it's been fired. Pottery paints generally are a little bit more pastel before they're fired, and they'll turn out really, really bright after and shiny, of course. So I'm dipping it in the green. Again, I haven't washed my toothbrush, although some people do prefer to wash. I think it sort of creates a little bit more of a marbling technique if you don't clean your toothbrush. And then I'm just going to go ahead and spatter on top. Now there's one neat thing you can do with spattering, and it creates a really neat look to your piece. And it's simply by using paper, ordinary paper, that you sort of tear off into little sections and use it to create different portions and concentration. So I'm doing this right over my tile, and I'm going to take a different highlighting color. I'm going to take a darker green, and by covering this space, I'm going to sort of create a shape. And I'm hoping the camera will be able to pick it up. So I'm just covering, and I'm really spattering heavily around paper. And when you remove the paper, you're going to get the edge of that paper. And it creates a really neat whiteout effect. These are some really neat techniques you can use with toothbrushes.